Good evening all and welcome to our Wednesday, May 24th meeting of the Prince George's County Cable Television Commission meeting. I'm Tom McLeod, Commission Chair, and I'll ask my colleagues to please introduce themselves.
Brenda Feitzel.
Doris McMillan.
Mike Thompson. Samson Afolabi.
Thank you. We're going to move right into our agenda for the evening. The first order of business is the approval of our minutes from our April 26th meeting. I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I move that we accept the meeting minutes.
Thank you. Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The next agenda item are action items.
Yes, we have 3 action items, and those action items were the questions asked by the commissioners at the last meeting in regards to the Cinnamon Ridge price quote requested from Verizon in order to complete the outstanding works, of which Verizon stated that they would require access to from each of the individual units to provide the price quote. Well, the chairman asked if the individual homeowners would give their approval for Verizon to gain access, into their units. The answer to that question was yes. Each individual customers will have to call with their approval and schedule an appointment for Verizon personnel to get in and assess the work that needed to be done. Also, Commissioner Afolabi asked if Verizon would provide quotes based on individual or collectively. The answer to that question would be yes. Verizon would provide quotes individually as the unit or maybe as the resident call in and contact them. They will provide them, their quotes individually. Also, Commissioners Thompson and McMillan also asked what would happen if the resident or homeowners refuses to give their approval for Verizon to gain access into their home. Well, if that happens, according to Verizon, the work cannot be, they can't get the work done if the resident refuses to give them access to their unit. So that completes the action items. I hope the answers I provided makes.
Thank you for following up on that. Are there any questions or comments from the commissioners? Hearing none.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
that completes the action items.
Okay. The next agenda item are the monthly reports.
Okay. The monthly report for the month of May 2017. For Verizon, we have 20 open calls and 19 closed calls and 1 outstanding. For Comcast, we have 6 open calls and 6 closed calls, 0 outstanding. The outstanding call for Verizon will be the Cinnamon Ridge price quote requested by Ms. Williams. And as stated by Verizon, they will require each of the individuals to call in order for them to provide the quote.
Right.
So that's the only outstanding. If the individual residents call and give their permission for Verizon to come in, they will be able to assess the work that needs to be done and then be able to provide the quote. So that concludes my report for the outstanding calls on Verizon.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Hearing none, the next agenda item is the Community Television of Prince George's County report.
That report was submitted and was accepted.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, we're now ready for public comment, if there is any public comment.
I have Ms. Williams
Good evening, Ms.
sitting right
Williams.
here.
Good afternoon again. How is everyone?
Just fine, how are you?
I'm great. The information that has been provided to us has in turn been provided to the homeowners. I do know that there have been a couple of homeowners who did call Verizon, and I don't know if the work was done, but I understand that the rep that came out for this particular person was very rude. So I guess they are not wanting to do what Verizon feels is the correct way to correct the wires, rather than to try to tuck them on the outside. I guess they feel to just pull them out and let it go in one way and then go in and do it all over the house. So I'm kind of feeling that that may have been the cause of the disagreement. But we have given the homeowners, and as I said, my referral to them or recommendation has been to get rid of them, get Comcast. Now I don't know how far that'll go, but we're still working it. The inspection has been done, and quite a few calls for Verizon are still outstanding, so I just don't know where to go from here.
How long has it been since the residents were notified that they had to call?
At the last meeting,
Okay. So they-
a letter was sent out. We've had a board meeting since then, and we've done a newsletter, and that information was also put in the newsletter.
Okay. And how many units are we talking about again?
I think it was something, how many was it, like 20, about 25 or 26?
It's about 30.
Okay, and I know that eight of them, did use the guy who did the Comcast work to get theirs corrected, which was a charge, but they just went on and did it. And the way it looks now, like they're gonna have to end up doing the same thing unless they switch to another carrier.
Okay. One last question I have. Was there any time limit on,
Well, the
when they had to
inspection,
make a call?
everybody has a letter now,
Okay.
and everybody has been assessed $100 fine. This is the third year. We've been working on trying to get these wires corrected. And I've been coming here for a whole year. Before I came here, I reached out to Comcast and Verizon myself through Senator Benson. And I talked with Graham, who is no longer there. So I went several routes, and even with Comcast, I talked with some of the higher people with Comcast. So by the time I got here, I guess, it kind of slacked off for a bit, but then they came right back and came out and did what they had to do. Unlike Verizon, they have not done it. Everybody they're not our wires. Well, you may not have put them there, but you're using them. So.
Well, you'll keep us posted, I'm sure, on the response from the other units and whether they
I will.
calls on that.
I will, but I do have a request, and which way do I go to make that request of Verizon? Do I do it here, or do I call you? I wanted to have them to come out and check the boxes, repair all the boxes that's on the outside, because there are quite a few of them that are old and dilapidated. I also would like to ask that they train the guys to make sure that when they come out and open them for any reason, that they close them back. Now, Comcast installed 30 new boxes when they came out. And that makes the property look a lot better, but Verizon boxes are awful.
Okay, so that's something that you have to request to us here.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
so you call me tomorrow, or we
Okay.
can talk about it. after the
Okay,
meeting.
okay.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other public comment?
No, right now there are no more.
Okay.
No.
Questions, comments from commissioners? If not, our next agenda item is the Comcast representative report.
Good evening, I do not have a report tonight.
Good evening, and thank you. And then our Verizon representative report, and there's no representative from Verizon this evening.
Actually, no, I didn't hear from Karen, but I understand that she's on vacation, so
Okay.
I didn't hear from her.
The next agenda item are comments from our commissioners.
I do have one. I'd like to express my concern about the representatives, primarily recent times from Verizon. And I understand things happen, but I believe this is at least the third or fourth meeting that Verizon's not been present. And I have issues with that. It feels every now and then they're going to miss, but I think they need to be here to talk to the
Right.
customers. Just to personal opinion. I do express concerns about that.
That's noted.
I think in addition to that, if it's something possible that the royal representative will not be here, they can have somebody to come and
Right.
sit for them and then send some kind of information.
It's noted.
And I concur with the comments that have been made.
Yes.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And the same message should
yes,
be
sir.
passed to Comcast if Comcast will not be here. I understand the lady is here, but both of
Right.
them should know that if
Yeah.
none of their representatives will be here, we should get somebody to come and sit for them.
Absolutely, thank you. The next item on the agenda is the date for our June meeting, and that is June 28th. Same time, same place. And I'd just like to open it up once again for any questions, comments from our commissioners.
No, we're very thankful for Ms. Gina Okolo, because she does a fine job. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Always appreciative of good staff work. Thank you. Any other comments? Yes, ma'am.
May I just ask a question? In conjunction to what you all were saying about Verizon, and their customer service, have that been addressed with them? Because their customer service is really, really lousy, even dealing with them outside of here.
Yeah, we can certainly address that, make a note of that and address that once again. And please feel free to bring that to our attention anytime you have those kinds of concerns. We'd always like to hear them and be responsive.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that, Ms. Williams, because I was also going to mention that I've noticed the department reports that Gina provides every month. There used to be a time where most of the comments, quite frankly, were Comcast, or at least a majority. Looking at this report, it seems as though the last couple of months, we've done a 360. It seems that there are many more complaints about Verizon than Comcast, am I correct?
Yeah.
Another reason why they need to be here and we'll be addressing the issues.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. If there are no other questions or comments, again, Ms. Williams, we appreciate your being here.
Thank you for hearing me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those of you who are out there in cable land listening in, we meet every month at 6 p.m. Here in this room, at this location, and feel free, we're open to the public, so feel free to come in and share with us any questions or concerns you may have concerning your cable service. If there are no other questions or comments, we have completed our agenda and we are now adjourned. Thank you.